turned out to be a nice evening after several days of pretty rough weather in the area and clearly across the state. Thank you again for joining us and supporting this event. I'll spend a couple of seconds, and I don't see Mayor Luttrell now. He was here. Right here. Mayor Luttrell's here. Yep, I got County Commissioner Mike Carpenter, who's in the back by the column. We have City Councilman Kim Conrad. Okay. And then we have Board of Education, Memphis Board of Education, Kenneth Whalen. There you go. We're pleased everybody could be here. Again, glad the weather turned out well. And I'll turn the microphone over to the governor of the great state of Tennessee, Governor Bill Haslam.
Thank you all. It is really, really good to be here. Before I go any further, about 20 people said, "Where's Chris?" Everybody I've talked to said, "Where's Chrissy?" Unfortunately, she had made a commitment a long time ago for a board that she's on to be there tonight and can't be here, but I'm in big trouble for coming to Memphis without her. Let me say one thing, and I want to talk, and then I'm going to introduce Bob, but if I can steal a little personal note, I want to thank you all for all the help. So many people standing here helped me to have the job that I have now. And I'm sure somewhere there's a better job than being governor of Tennessee, maybe being United States Senator, but with all due respect, it is a wonderful privilege to get to do what I do. And I wouldn't be doing it without the help of so many of you here. And I want you to know that I'm grateful. I never ever walk in that office one day, any day, without thinking how grateful I am and how many people helped me. People ask me all the time, "Do you like doing it?" And I love it, but it takes a little getting used to. I still walk in a restaurant, people go, "Look, there's the governor," and I turn around and find Grace. So I'll get the hang of this in a little while, but I love doing it. I don't want to, like I said, let the night pass without thanking you for doing that, because so many people here played a huge role in us being able to do this. Second, let me just say a word about Bob. As you all know, I've known Bob since literally I was in like a sophomore, actually younger than that. I was in 8th grade or 9th grade, I think, when I first met Bob, and have always been an admirer of his. But even more so now, I would not be I wouldn't be the governor of Tennessee. I would have never been the mayor of Knoxville if it wasn't for Bob, who really talked to me about the seriousness of public service and why it matters. Why, if good people don't run, we end up with problems, and why it makes so much difference to do this. And I literally decided to run for mayor because Bob talked to me about how important how much he had enjoyed and thought it made a difference being the mayor of Chattanooga. And when it came time to run for governor, I went and talked to Bob as well, because he had served as the Finance and Administration Commissioner for the state. He had been through a 2-year campaign like I knew I would have to do, and I knew better than almost anybody. He had a sense for what it was like. But even beyond that, in days now in my current job, I call Bob all the time to ask him, "Well, tell me, here's the problem, tell me what you think." And his advice is solid, and it's always about doing the right thing, okay? When you call a lot of people in political office, they give you a political answer. They'll say, "Well, if you'll do this, it will help you." But Bob always starts with, "Well, what's the right answer?" and goes there. And it matters that we have people like Bob. I think all of us would say we're frustrated with the way Washington is, probably Bob foremost of all. But we want people who are frustrated with Washington and want people who realize that we're not solving problems. And what Bob is about is solving problems. And he is willing to work past whatever he has to get to the right answer. And that's why that really matters for all of us. But even beyond than dealing with the big national issues, it matters for us as Tennesseans. Today, Bob and I have been traveling. Unfortunately, I was just thinking, standing in this gorgeous backyard, looks are deceiving. Yesterday was a horrible day for the state of Tennessee. Storms all over the state. We had 33 people die in Tennessee yesterday. Okay. Well, Bob has been with me all through Southeast Tennessee. We'll be meeting tomorrow with the Corps of Engineers to talk about the Mississippi River flooding potential. He doesn't. That's not in his job description, okay? But he cares, and he wants to help solve problems for Tennessee, whether they be figuring out our health care issues and the national deficit, or helping with immediate issues in Tennessee, which is what he did today with me. So know this, that by helping Bob, you are, I think, helping the country in a very big way, and you're helping Tennessee in very, very specific ways, and that's why I'm grateful that you're here tonight. So I think my job is to introduce Bob, which hopefully I just did, by telling you how important it is that we keep Bob there, how helpful he is for me as governor, and how important it is. At the end of the day, forget everything else, that we elect people who want to do the right thing and not just the politically right thing. So with that, I introduce who I think is one of the two best United States senators in the country, Senator Bob Corker.